So we are back on the TOKA Music podcast, powered by Pioneer DJ, and we have a special guest today, Alex. Welcome to TOKA.
Hello, George. How are you?
Good. So happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be here with you.
Yeah. As we usually do on TOKA, please introduce yourself.
All right. So my name is Ionuț Alexandru Tudoraș, the full name, or Alex Twin.
Okay.
I'm a music producer, DJ, businessman, and husband.
Wow.
So yeah.
You're a man of many roles, man. That's nice. Respect to you. We want to know your story. I want to know the Alex Twin story. For those who don't know Alex Twin, I want to know about your come up. I know you've been through many places. I know I know it's a small story, but I want to know more about it. So can you take us back to how you started your DJ career and where did it take you and how did you end up in Dubai?
Yeah, well, we'll need 2 or 3 podcasts,
We need 4 or
to be
5.
honest, to tell you the full story. But yes, it started back in 2008. I remember I was back home in Romania, in Bucharest, and I was just in my last year of the high school, and I remember I was having a coffee with a friend in a club. It was a new club at that moment, and I was just listening music that was in the background. It was actually a DJ doing a trial there, and because of my father, he introduced me to music since I was kid.
Mm-hmm. What type of music?
Well, it was reggae, it was classic,
Nice.
it was good quality music.
Nice.
I remember.
Nice. Amazing.
He
Our parents can never go wrong. Their era of music was always beautiful.
exactly.
Yeah.
He was my inspiration at that time, and I started to understand actually what means good music or not that good quality music, let's say. And back in the club, I was having a coffee with a friend. I was listening actually to a DJ having a trial, as I said, and I understood that something was wrong. So then I realized that he was actually not beat matching, and I understood that something is wrong. So I was like, okay, I should ask the waitress at that moment, who's this DJ? Because I was passionate by DJs in general. I was listening also some house music, like Lil Louis. Was very, very much into my ears at that time. So I asked the waitress if I can jump in the DJ booth and try something. So she was like, well, I should speak to the GM. So I had the chance to speak to the GM. I told him actually that I'm a DJ, but I was not. At all. Okay.
Wow. It was the last year of high school, right?
Yes.
You were 18?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. So he was like, okay, so you should try something. And I remember he scheduled me a trial after a few days. So I remember I went for a trial. I never had any idea how to play music, but I wanted to play music.
Yeah.
So I had two CDs at that time.
Burning CDs, man.
Exactly.
These days.
I had 2 CDs in my pocket, no headphones, nothing, like zero. And he asked me to play music. Funny thing is that they had the headphones and I didn't know on the Pioneer mixer how to press Q to listen into the headphones.
Which deck was it?
I don't remember exactly. It was a 2-channel mixer, Pioneer, I remember, but I don't remember the model. However,
the CDJs were the
CDJs were the one with the CDs.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So it must be
the old ones. Yeah.
Nice.
So I didn't know how what to press to listen into the headphones. So I was like, excuse me, I think these headphones are not working.
Yeah.
He was like, no. They're working. I just played a few hours back with them. So he pressed on the cue and I was like listening.
That's when you discovered.
Yes.
Wow.
So I don't know how I played, but after 15 minutes, he came to me and he was like, "Okay, thank you very much. You're hired."
No way.
Yeah. So it was, luck, chance,
Oh, there's always luck. There's always luck.
something like that. So after that, I just started to play. I started to dig into music, to understand what they want, what they request. So they wanted underground music. I loved the underground music at that time. I was having a lot of friends DJing. The Romanian minimal and micro house crowd. We had a lot of people that were consuming the underground music at that moment. There had a lot of DJs around me. So I started to play underground music at that time.
At this place.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, for maybe 6 months. The thing is that I was not making money or not enough money to sustain myself. However, I had the support of my parents always. So
Your dad must have been happy about that.
yes.
Nice.
He was like, "Okay, why you wanna DJ? I mean, this is not for you. You should follow your school, your university." Of course, I did my university and
What
I
did you
finished
study?
it. Economics.
Economics.
Yes. But I was like, okay, look, this is my passion. I just want to have it on the side. School is school. Music is music, so I will not mix them. So step by step, I moved from underground to mainstream, more commercial, open format, let's say. I was playing like from house music to, I don't know, hip hop, R&B, all these old school.
That's where you learn the most.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I can say that I was, after a few years, I was quite versatile on music, so I could adapt to any kind of genre. And I was playing. After a while, I moved from that club. I received an offer to play in one of the best clubs in Bucharest at that time, and I took the offer. And I was playing like from 11 o'clock in the evening until 5 or 6 a.m. The main part of the night, and then I was doing the after party until 9 a.m.
Nice.
9:10. So I was like doing like very long hours, but only in the weekends. And that was the moment when I started to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So after a while, I remember that I played almost everywhere, not only in Bucharest but in Romania, and there was something missing. And I think that was the exposure I was missing. I mean, when you mark everything, you want something more.
That's
I'm the
true.
person that wants always something more.
That's true.
And I decided to go or to move to Ibiza. I was having some friends there, and they were always telling me, "Wow, Ibiza is for you. You have to go there. You have to go there."
Straight from Romania to Ibiza.
Yeah. So I said, okay, I should try Ibiza. It was a period of my career when, let's say, I was not making that much money. It was down at that moment. Why? Because
Where did you play in Ibiza?
well, I started in a very small place called Palm Beach.
Okay.
And then I was doing some beach clubs, Calabasa, Calaconta. I did Mambo, Ibiza.
You did a residency there?
Yes.
Okay.
Café del Mar. Then I've been discovered by the Music On crew. And I was playing for them for the pre-party. Basically, they used to have pre-party in Café del Mar before Amnesia. But after the Café del Mar thing, they were always having a dinner party in Elephant.
Marco Corolla's label, right?
Yes. To Elephant Ibiza, it was a restaurant.
It's different than the music that you play now, right?
Yeah, much different.
Yeah.
So I was with them as well. They asked me actually to stay in Ibiza and make music with them and do some of their parties. But at that, I remember it was the end of the season in Ibiza. And I was like, okay, what I'm going to do? Should I stay with these guys here? If I go home, I don't want to go home.
Yeah.
So it was it was a challenging moment for me to take a decision. And I was talking to some guys in Dubai. They wanted me to come here for the season.
What year was that?
It was 2013.
13.
13.
So you
yes.
stayed in Ibiza for how many years?
One summer.
Okay.
Only one summer, yes.
Okay.
And before going to Ibiza, I have received an offer from Dubai, which didn't happen.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I still go to Ibiza. I went to Ibiza. I did a summer there. It was very intense. In 3 months, I've been playing like in a lot of places and some private parties as well. And at the end of the season, I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do now? And my friend that I was living with him at that moment in Ibiza was saying, what if the offer from Dubai will just pop up? Because it didn't happen. They said, okay, we'll keep you on hold because for now it's not happening.
Was it with Iris?
No. It was Sas Cafe at that moment.
Okay.
A restaurant that was open some time ago in Dubai. So I opened my email and I have received like a few days back an email that, okay, we need you actually because we're opening the place. So I was like, oh, wow, Dubai is happening. So I asked them to send me an offer. They sent me the offer. They sent me the plane ticket. I went back home for a few days and then I flew to Dubai.
Wow.
So in Dubai, I started again from scratch. It was a small place, restaurant. I was resident. And at that moment, I started to produce music. That was the turning point where I said, okay, I don't want to be resident music for all my resident DJ for all my life. So I need to do something extra. And I knew that music production will take me to another level.
Take you to,
Yeah. So I started to make music alone, without any courses, anything. I was just watching tutorials.
That's how the majority of DJs start.
Yeah. And after I can say now almost 10 years. I'm looking into my Beatport charts.
How many releases have you done?
Well,
your catalog is quite large.
Yeah, I think I have around 50.
Oh.
50 releases until the moment.
And funny story about your music. I love your music. Yesterday night, we were driving back, me and my girlfriend from I picked her up from work, and you just had Spotify on shuffle, and a very nice song came up. We were vibing, and we that's when we just arrived in the parking.
Okay.
And we were like, no, we're not gonna pause the music. We're gonna keep on vibing. We listened to all of it. During the time we were listening to it, my girlfriend's like, so how are the preps for the podcast tomorrow and everything? I'm like, great. She's like, who are the guests? And I tell her, it's you. And then, okay, yeah. So we wanted to pause the music, so I went back to Spotify, and it's your remix.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay,
that's nice.
That's the DJ I'm having tomorrow. And she was super happy. She was,
oh, wow.
Yeah. That's a funny story. Yeah.
Well, nowadays I have received a lot of messages from all around the world, receiving compliments about my music. And the funny thing is that I have a lot of appreciation for a lot of music producers. And some of them actually reach out to me and they said, oh my God, I love your music. Would you like to do a collab?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, this is...
What's the biggest collab you've done?
Well, at the moment, I'm doing a collab with Joyzy.
Nice.
He's now on the wave with a lot of good releases.
Yeah.
He's actually a great music producer and I love his groove.
Nice.
So we get to meet for a gig. I invite him in Dubai and... He did a very good job, and after that we did a collab. It's going to be released by next year in January.
Amazing.
And I have received a lot of messages from another producers. Then I was like, okay, we should do that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm working on a few projects now.
Amazing, amazing. Throughout your music career as a DJ, how has your music evolved? The music you were playing, the producing, and all
Well,
that.
the producing part, it started from house music, like very classic, and then it went to underground, and I realized that again, I should treat the music as a passion, but in the end, I live from music, so I should treat it as a business as well.
Exactly.
So I had to find a balance, and I realized that having a niche into your style, let's say underground music, it might not be the perfect thing for
to live.
Exactly, for business. So I had to adapt a little bit my genre, my style, but also I had to make sure
touch.
Exactly, to keep my touch, to be original at the same time. So it started from house, classic, then underground, and then organic. I was releasing on All Day I Dream.
Yeah, I saw you.
Some time
Bar
ago. 25,
All Day I Dream.
Bar 25, then it moved to electronic, and in the end now it's more like Afro.
Nice.
Afro house.
Nice.
I'm trying to evolve and to discover my skills for each genre, because in the end, music has no limits. So
yeah, that's true. Since this podcast is powered by Pioneer DJ, I would love to know your story with Pioneer. Since you mentioned the first gear and whatever, and how was it impactful? How was Pioneer impactful for your career?
Well,
what's the first gear you had, and what's your favorite gear from Pioneer as well? Would be nice.
Okay, I remember the second place I was playing, since I started in Romania like 15 years back, after the first place, where I started it was the turning point. I remember I had the CDJ 300, I think. It was the small one with the small wheel, very sensitive.
I remember it. My second or third CDJs were the 400s. It's a bit similar to the 300s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was the gear that actually changed my life, because I've learned how to play music on that, because it was very hard to beat match.
Exactly.
And you must be very precise.
Very precise.
So even one friend of mine was telling me, if you know how to play on this CDJ, you know how to play on anything.
Yeah.
So it impacted me so much, because I had to be precise, and this is how I learned to be precise. And we're not having sync, and
exactly.
You have to beat match.
Yeah.
So it taught me a lot.
That's amazing. It's great to know that Pioneer indirectly impacted and changed your life. That's amazing. So back to your personal life. Who's one person you dream to have a coffee with? Dead or alive?
All right. I think it's Salvador Dali.
Oof.
And again, if I will have to talk about him, I
will have to have another podcast.
So we need another podcast.
But I would love to know why him.
Because he had no boundaries.
Yeah.
Okay. And he was very humble at the same time. He was very, let's say, modest. He was always talking about his art, very humble. He was like, wow. For me, he was an inspiration.
Yeah.
And because he had no boundaries, and he kind of explored everything in his life in terms of art.
Yeah.
He was the inspiration for me, and I would have loved to have a coffee with him and know more about his vision, because he was a visionary for sure.
Wow. I love that you chose him. Also, if you had the chance to do a film score from any film from the past or any films coming up, what film would you choose and why?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
One of the movies that inspired me a lot was The Godfather.
Nice. Which part is your favorite?
The second part.
Oh my God, you're the first person I know that likes the second part. Nice.
Well, the movie score is very touchy,
It's very, yeah.
and well, I would have loved to do something in that direction, because my music always have something to say. So, well, I'm not a musician. For example, I don't play piano, and I would have loved to play piano. Now I'm taking some lessons. I don't have much time, but I'm trying to learn, because it helps me a lot.
It helps a lot in music theory,
in music
and
production. Yes,
yeah.
even though I'm like always checking the keys, and
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like,
Same, because I didn't study piano, but makes you curious. Yeah.
But if I would have studied piano, I would definitely be able to do something in that way.
Amazing. Who influenced you the most in your life, whether personal or music?
Okay, music. I remember before I was DJing, I was still going for parties sometimes with my cousin. He took me to the first club. I don't know the age that I was going to clubs at that moment, but I was like under 18 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And he was listening a lot of music from James Abiela,
I love James Zabila. I love
John
him.
Digweed,
Yeah.
Sasha. So he took me actually to the first club,
Nice.
and I was listening to that kind of progressive house. And yeah, James Abiela was the one of the DJs and producers that influenced me. Like
Same for me. Yeah.
because it was that period of time when they were.
He's my favorite DJ. As a DJ,
Yeah.
I've never seen someone. I was just talking about it earlier. I've never seen someone use all the buttons on a DJ. He's the one that embraces tech.
Yeah.
Loves DJ tech, and I actually, I don't know if you've seen his Pioneer DJ product when they released the metal, the silver one, and he had to play on it. He used his headphone, record himself, and incredible stuff.
A lot of tricks,
Incredible
right?
stuff. Yeah.
Again, his music has no limits.
100%. 100%.
Wow.
100%.
Nowadays, people doesn't really appreciate that much that side of using your skills.
Yeah.
It's more like connections for who you're playing, who's your follower.
There's not a lot of focus on the craft because there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of social media. You need to do this. You need to prepare this. You need to connect with this. The networking part is vital. It's been there all the time, but there's a lot of DJs coming up that think like, with the DJing, there comes a lot of meeting girls and that and whatnot. And it's the art of it needs to also have a lot of focus and time and effort. And James Zabila is a perfect example of that. The guy that literally is a proper DJ. He can scratch, he can use everything, and that's so essential.
He's using Scratch for electronic music.
It's incredible. It's incredible. So going back to
come back, he's the one that inspired me the most at that time, and then in my personal life is my wife.
Amazing.
Why? Because,
how long have you been together?
Well, we are together for 5 years, but we are married for 2 years.
Okay.
So my wife, in my personal life, inspires me a lot because she's very calm, and she's the one behind me. She's the power, the superpower I have.
Wow.
Yeah.
We didn't ask about the superpower. So since you mentioned it now, and I love that you said your wife. If you had a superpower, what would it be and why? To be your wife?
No. No. Basically, if I'm thinking about superpowers in general, I would love to have the superpower to make peace in the world. Because at the moment,
it's tough.
world is going crazy.
Yeah.
And we need in the end, we need peace.
Yeah.
So,
They just don't. Yeah, it's so tough to find peace everywhere. Love and peace. Just be kind. Good deeds. Especially everything's happening now. It's sad.
actually watching a movie a few days back, The World of Apes. Okay.
Mhm.
And
Is it the latest?
no,
Apes installment?
it's actually the first one.
Okay.
So it was a moment when one of the apes said, "Okay, apes don't kill apes,
Yeah.
but humans kill humans.
Humans.
Why?
It's sad. It's sad.
Why? You
Yeah.
should not."
Yeah.
But it's all
As
about
much as we talk about it,
it's all about power in the
Yeah,
end.
exactly.
Everyone is seeking for power.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. It's sad, but I love the message that you're transmitting here and using the superpower. It's hopefully there'll be peace one day. Obviously you've went through ups and downs. What's one habit that you adopted that stuck to you throughout the entire journey and you still use it until today that really helps you through these ups and downs?
Well, I think it's positivity.
Okay.
Yes, it is for sure. Because at the moment,
You're always calm and collected. I don't see that in all the other DJs that I know. You're very calm and collected.
well, I think I had to educate myself in this way, because if you're not calm, you cannot take decisions.
Exactly.
So, our life is based on decisions. It's about what we decide to do or to act for. So being positive, I think is what you reflect about. This is what you're gonna get. What you express, you receive back. So
Yeah.
if you manifest positivity, you will receive positivity.
Yeah.
So when I was up, I manifest positivity because it brought me even more.
Your vibe attracts your tribe.
Exactly. When I was down, I was still manifesting positivity because that helped me to go up again.
Yeah.
So it's all about that.
Amazing. Yeah. It's always to be, at least if you're down, it's just always to look. There's always good in anything that you think of, whether it's bad or not. You can always switch the narrative and try to see what's good in it, and at the end of the day, that's how you seek that. So that's nice.
You just have to see the good part of everything.
Exactly. There's if a bottle is full, there's still like a small part that's not full. So you always need to look into things, dig deeper into your emotions and feelings. That's so important. Speaking of habits, what's one work ethic that you've also adopted that really helped you throughout your career and you'd like to recommend it to other producers, people listening, something you've used while you produce music or DJ, an ethic?
Yes. Especially in music production, let's say, we have to be original, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because originality might take you to creating something that is timeless, okay? If you follow the trend and you just want to copy somebody else or to just follow the trend is changing.
It has an expiration date.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the trend will be good or will be on top, that specific trend for a year or two, but after that it's always changing. So being original, being yourself, first of all, you'll be happy with what you do.
Yeah.
And it might be timeless if you do good. So
just
be original.
Make sure to stay original, adapt, but stay original.
Yes.
I like that.
Inspiration is good, always. But
of course.
you have to reflect I reflect my feelings, my soul, what's coming from inside.
Yeah.
You can find into my music.
Amazing, man. If you had to follow another music genre in your music career, which genre would you choose and why?
Well, I'll go back to classical music.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to compose or to even reproduce classical music, but that requires very good skills. Piano, in my case, because I love piano, and as I said, I'm taking some lessons now. But I would definitely go to that classical music.
Who's your favorite classical artist?
Mozart.
Mozart.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Amazing. You have any favorite composition from Mozart?
Well, I'm listening everything from him.
Right?
Everything, especially when I want to relax.
Yeah.
Because he's using certain frequencies. His music is actually is based on certain frequencies that reflect a lot of peace and positivity.
Yeah.
Even Pink Floyd, he's preparing an album with a frequency 432, which is in spirituality is the frequency of positivity and love. So
nice.
It's all about frequencies. Nowadays the frequencies change a lot, but it's good to go back to the roots.
Amazing. Speaking of music genres and your love for music, what are 3 tracks that got you into electronic music, or 3 albums?
Okay. It's very difficult to say that.
Yeah.
I mean,
All 3 artists. Who basically got you into this?
The first one I was listening to when I started to be a DJ, with electronic music, was Lil Louis.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Very old school music,
Yeah.
and I remember a record called Club Lonely.
Okay.
So that was in the first year of playing music, that was my favorite tune to play and to listen. It was a statement for me.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I started to discover different artists, like from the underground scene, and then electronic music. Solomon came up.
Yeah.
A lot of music production. He's a great producer, by
Yeah.
the way, and he's always making his music with analog gears, and his music was always sounding.
He's
groovy.
influenced the generation.
Yeah, 100%. Now he became more business.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you need to live from that.
Of course,
yeah.
of course. But back in time, it was excellent.
Amazing. Can you recommend a hidden gem in Romania where it would fit a perfect rave?
Yes. I remember I used to do, and I used to attend to some Halloween parties back home, is the Bran Castle.
Okay.
So everyone heard about Dracula, correct? So Bran Castle is the castle of Dracula from the legend. And that's a spot, a hidden gem.
Did they ever do a rave there?
Yes.
Oh, they've done it.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Would you like to do a rave again?
Yes, 100%.
What's keeping you from doing it? Dracula. It would be perfect during Halloween.
Yes. Well, I used to attend, and we used to do some parties there. Now I'm in Dubai. It's very, Halloween.
Yeah.
It's very strong here,
Yeah.
and I have to be here. But hopefully, I'll be able to make some time for myself and go back home and be part of one of the raves.
Amazing.
There.
Amazing.
Again.
Speaking of Romania, how does Romania scene compare to the scene elsewhere in Europe and even here? And how does the Dubai scene also compare to the other scene?
Okay,
We'd
so
love to know.
To go to Romania, there is a lot of electronic music consumers they love electronic music. The scene is not that much developed, like, I don't know, in Spain or Germany, where like they breathe electronic music.
They do.
But the scene is very good in Romania. I have to say, I grow up with this, so
It gave you the doors.
Yes.
It gives you the resources.
Yes. To go to Dubai,
Yeah.
again, the electronic music scene is now huge. Why? I can even compare from the moment I moved to Dubai and
2013
yes.
changed so much.
So I remember I was one of the few DJs that were playing electronic music, like deep house and electronic music in general. And there were like only a few places that were like restaurants and few small clubs that were having and streaming this music. The rest was hip hop, R&B, open format, like mainstream.
Yeah.
And I was even talking to people at that moment. I was like, okay, this will change and it will go to electronic music. And yes, it did change. Now, if back in 2013, 2014, we had maybe a percentage of like 20% electronic and 80% of like open format mainstream. Nowadays, if you look into the market, you have 90% electronic music. And then maybe you have 10% of like open format.
Yeah.
So it evolved a lot. And obviously you have events every day, like many times, like many events every day. So you can get to listen to any kind of DJ.
Yeah.
All the big DJs in the world are now coming to Dubai.
Yeah. I mean, you just finished the gig in F1. How many gigs did you play yesterday?
Yesterday I had 2 gigs. I did opening for Hot Scenes 82 in Iris, and then I've been opening for Black Coffee again last night.
In Abu Dhabi.
In Abu Dhabi,
so
yes.
you went from Dubai to Abu Dhabi, and you came back for the podcast, man. Yeah. Good stuff, man. I hope you recovered well.
I'm still recovering.
You also have a gig tonight.
Yes, I have a gig tonight. I will be opening for Damian Lazarus.
Nice.
And then I need to sleep.
Yeah, no, you have to.
Rest,
you have to. Sleeping is essential. Also, have you ever DJed in the Middle East, in other countries in the Middle East other than Dubai?
Yes, I've been playing in Oman.
Yeah.
Some like 4 or 5 years back. I had a private party, but I had also an event there. Where else?
Beirut, you've done it, right?
Beirut, of course.
Yeah.
Beirut. And I think that's it.
Nice,
Beirut
nice.
And Oman, yeah.
Would you like to be playing in other countries? Because now it's also growing in Egypt. It's also there's a lot of buzz around it. Yeah.
Yes, I would love to. Actually, I have received an offer to go to Egypt. I don't have time at the moment to go, but
with your contracts and obligations.
I organize it for next year, so I'll go there as well.
Amazing. Can you tell us more about your upcoming plans and releases?
Yes. So I have a few remixes coming out soon for different labels. Friends that asked me to. Producers, of course, to remix their songs. And I have a few original tracks that are coming out as well. There is one EP in January, and then there is another one in March. I have a collab with a good friend of mine from Ibiza. Mega Blast will be out in May next year. So yeah, I usually prepare music in advance.
That's the way it should be.
Like 6 months to 1 year in advance. So I have time to test it. I have time to make changes and then, release it.
Do you have anything other than releases, a plan that would that you want to work on for 2024? Something exciting?
Something exciting? Well, I have my own business as well, as I told you.
What is it?
Well, there is an app that I've been thinking of it for many years because at the moment there is a lack on the market with music stream. So let's say you have a restaurant or you have a club, an establishment where you have DJ by night,
Mhm.
but your place is full daytime as well.
Yeah.
Morning,
Yeah.
breakfast, lunch,
Yeah.
and usually places are just playing one mix over and
Yeah.
over and over again.
Yeah. Playlist.
So
or whatever.
exactly, a playlist. Usually they have mixes and
Yeah.
they play that mix forever. So I develop an app with some people that I know and they're very good in tech, where I design background music for different venues. It's like 100% tailor made, and
So they don't go through licensing issues or whatever.
no, exactly. So I designed the background music for them, and they have their own music, 100% crafted for their identity, for their DNA.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What's the name of the app?
It's actually not public; it's
Not public,
private.
yeah. Okay.
So for now,
Oh, it's B2B now. Only
Yeah, yeah.
B2B.
Yeah.
Okay. And is it doing well?
it's doing very well. actually.
Amazing. I would love to know more about it.
I will explain you more.
Yeah. Also, can you tell us a fun fact about yourself that most of your followers don't know?
Well, a fun fact is that I love cooking, and how. Even since I was kid, basically I grew up without my parents, because my parents used to live. I mean, they moved to Italy
Okay.
when I was 7,
Okay.
and I was.
You stayed in Romania?
Yeah, I stayed in Romania. I had the chance to go there. I mean, I've been always going like back and forth,
Yeah.
but I didn't like to stay there because I didn't have my friends.
Yeah.
So
Who did you stay with?
my grandparents.
Your grandparents.
Yes. So I was like always next to my grandma, looking at her how to.
Grandma's food is always the best food.
Yes. So
Yeah.
at one point when I grew up, I was cooking my own food.
Yeah.
And after that, before I started DJing, I went for a competition. It was the first MasterChef competition in Romania. They just arrived at that time. So I registered myself and I went for the competition. And I remember I stepped out at one point because I was not a professional cook, but I loved cooking. So I passed like 3 or 4 steps in the competition.
Wow.
And yeah, it's another passion that I have, part of music. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite cuisine?
Well, it's Romanian.
Romanian.
Yes, because I love cooking
I
traditional
still have
food.
to try like proper Romanian food.
Yes, you'll be invited maybe for the Christmas.
Oh.
We have in our tradition we cook food for family and friends, especially for Christmas and Easter.
Wow.
And yeah,
I would love that. It would
along
be
with my wife, we always cook food and prepare like.
She's also Romanian.
Yeah, she's also
Nice.
Romanian.
Nice. Amazing. Man, that was awesome. It was a pleasure to know your story, to know everything
Thank
that
you.
you're doing. It's so inspiring. Where can people follow you on socials?
Well, on Instagram, Alex Twin Official, SoundCloud, Alex Twin, all social media. If you type Alex Twin, Wikipedia.
Nice.
I don't know yet.
We also are expecting a set now.
Yes.
What would people? What did you plan for that set?
Well, I'll play some of my upcoming
Amazing.
releases and some of the music I love the most at the moment. Like in this period of time, I have few favorite tracks that I always play them in my sets because they inspire me a lot. So you'll get to listen to that as well.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was
a pleasure.
To end this, make sure to subscribe, like, or comment if you like this podcast episode. And make sure to follow us on TOKA MUSIK with the K, both Ks.com, and all other socials. Thank you so much, Alex.
Thank you.
Once upon a time, there was house music, and it was real, raw, pure, unfiltered. When you want to groove, right here, right now, ask for the real thing. 100% house music.
Ndwakie mamo Vasili atamikie mamo Ndwakie mamo Ambuleti bumalume Kosi ekolo Olela matakala Vasili tu bekile Tu sa Ndwakie mamo Oh yo yo Ndwakie
pretending to be strong but needed help too.
you.